nature as created by Allah is absolute. Whether it is the beautiful blue sky or structures created by man, it is like a canvas that is ever moving, ever in search of the meaning of life. This is what one would observe when laying eyes upon Holland, a land well known for its windmills and tulips. Holland is approximately 41,543 square kilometers with a population of 16.7 million. Its development and progress has welcomed a variety of different cultures and beliefs to live harmoniously, including those who practice Islam, even though the majority of its people are Christians. A modern and well-developed country, Holland adopts a democratic monarchy system. Like many countries, its beauty also lies in the richness of its history. Holland is situated below sea level. Therefore, many canals and water catchments have been built in its main cities, such as Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and Den Haag. The land of the Dutch is truly one of Allah's most beautiful creations, one that cannot be found in any other country, especially in Europe. One of the many people that were attracted by the breathtaking beauty of Holland are a married couple from Indonesia who have decided to settle down in its beautiful shores. Yopi Afriandi, his wife Sri Rama Devi, and their 2 children have lived in Holland for 3 years. Yopi is an engineer who, before this, spent a few years working in Kuala Lumpur. The way he sees it, with hard work and trust in Allah, one can make a living anywhere. This is their daily routine. After breakfast, they leave the house together. Like everyone else in Holland, their mode of transportation is the bicycle. Yopi's wife, Sri Rama Devi, takes their children to the el-furkan Islamic school, which is only a short distance from where they live, a journey that takes around 15 minutes. Mufid and Nadira were transferred by their parents to el-furkan. Their previous school did not provide any subjects that focused primarily on Islamic studies. At el-furkan, both Mufid and Nadira now receive guidance in early Islamic studies which cover various aspects of life. Today is a special day for the school. This is the day they celebrate the birthday of the Queen of Holland, otherwise known as Queen's Day. Mufid, who is 8 years old, along with 20 of his classmates, sing nasheed songs that emphasize on Aqidah, or the acceptance of Allah, without any reservations, as well as the elements of being a Muslim.
Pada hari ini mereka merayakan Koninginnedag, artinya Queen's Day, di mana pada hari ini Ratu Belanda atau Netherlands Queen's birthday. Makanya mereka memakai baju warna kuning, orange, biru, merah, putih, karena itu warnanya Holland. Nah, tapi pada hari biasa mereka duduk seperti biasa, seperti sekolah biasa. Mereka belajar matematik, belajar membaca, menulis. Nah, pada hari ini mereka merayakan hari Queen's Day itu, jadi mereka mendapatkan breakfast, ada game, nyanyi-nyanyi, ya begitu. Tapi dalam hari biasa, mereka juga belajar agama 2 jam per minggu. Cuman itu aja, tapi yang lainnya mereka sama dengan public school lainnya. Mereka kurikulumnya sama, pelajarannya sama, tetapi dihubungkan dengan Islam. Seperti misalkan mereka belajar matematika, matematika itu berhitung ya, berhitung dihubungkan dengan Islam. Misalkan mereka berhitung 1 sampai 20 dengan dihubungkan dengan puasa Ramadan, misalkan, atau mereka menghitung jumrah, berapa jumrah di Mekah, gitu. Semuanya bernafaskan Islam, tapi dibawa ke arah menghitung atau menulis. Saya rasa semuanya bagus, merasa senang karena di samping akademik, mereka juga mendapatkan fundamental Islam sebagai basis kita sebagai Muslim. Saya mengharapkan dia menjadi Muslim yang bagus dengan adanya environmental Islam dari pagi sampai sore. Saya harap dia mengenal identitas dia sebagai Muslim dan dia punya self-esteem sebagai Muslim.
A similar story goes for a father from Somalia. Abdirahman Muhammad chose el-furkan as the school for his children Zakaria, Aisha and Amal. Abdirahman believes that Islamic studies should be the basis of their education. For him, without the foundation of Islam, life would simply be like a ship without sails. Furthermore, in a country where most of its population live freely in ways that are not bound by the laws of Islam.
We choose to have a good education at first place for the kids, but also for our Islam. We are Muslim and we live in a Muslim country. The school I send it to my daughter, not only Islam, but they are very good school, and they are above the average of the Dutch schools, very high. So it is one side, the Islam, I prefer that one. And the second is that the school has very good quality education, which you prefer your kids.
Syahadah, satu lafaz berbeza resam.
Realizing that Islamic studies is extremely important to the younger generation, especially for those of Turkish, Surinamese, Moroccan and Somali descent, as well as other related countries, they have decided to enroll their children at the Ibn Khaldun school. This school is well known in Rotterdam not only for offering Islamic studies as a main subject, but also including subjects such as science, a subject that is very much relevant in today's society. Ibn Khaldun is fully funded by the government of Holland. This shows that the demands of the Muslim community to receive Islamic studies is widely accepted in this country. This, of course, is followed by the increase in the Muslim population, specifically in Rotterdam. The increase of infrastructure is something that is very much needed, and justifiably so, as many Muslims in Holland contribute to the country per capita. Dutch parents who practice Islam choose Ibn Khaldun for their children to have stability as well as consistency in studying Islam. Something that Salma, as a student of Ibn Khaldun, shares with her parents who have adopted Islam.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Salma and this is Manisha. I'm 16 years old, she's also 16 years old, and I'm studying in the direction of biology, physics and stuff, and I want to be a doctor or I want to be working in a laboratorium, inshallah. What I like about this school is that I can pray here and can be myself, because this school is full of Muslims and I'm a Muslim too, so it's great.
Right now, Salma and Manisha have just arrived at the Islamic science class, where they learn the wonders of the Quran and science in the Islamic perspective. This surely is Salma's favorite class. A lively young girl, Salma has big dreams. She believes that a Muslim woman must fill her mind with knowledge. Salma also feels that Islam should not just be a name, but something that needs to be carried out in one's actions. One must lead by example.
Dat komt in de schoolonderzoek. Twee soorten van vrijstellingen.
I experienced my life as a student in Holland, an Islamic student in Holland, as good because it is not hard to live here because there are lots of things and organizations for Muslims, young Muslims, to develop their careerment as a Muslim and a student. And I think that it's most important as a young Muslim here in Netherlands to study and to become good in a job because it's important here. If you don't have a career, if you don't have a study, then you're not going to be able to have a good life here. And the importance of learning Islamic education is that as a Muslim you have to know the basics of Islam to develop further in the Islam, because as a Muslim you need to know your religion to be able to be a Muslim. So I think that it's very important. I think that there is not a big problem, but there are many people that think different all over the world. But it's more how you interact with them. It's important because if you do things that in their eyes are not good and in your eyes are not good, then you're doing the wrong thing. You need to show them that as a Muslim you can be the leader of everything. In the way of you show them what's right, so they will follow you. I have no problem with Muslims here in the Netherlands because they accept me for who I am and they accept me with hijab as a young Muslim because I try to be an example.
My parents are not have problems with me when I became Muslim. My opinion is the Islam is going to be, it's bigger and bigger. And I think the Islam in Holland it's going to be better.
Salma's mother, Rina Naji, feels the same way. Each day, more and more Muslim students enroll into Ibn Khaldun, and something that is very encouraging. One of the other students is Malik Shuaib Keskin, a final year student of Turkish descent. Malik will be sitting for his final exams at the end of the year to prepare himself for university. An honors student at his school, Shuaib has his own views on the importance of a school that emphasizes Islamic studies as its core foundation. The freedom in Holland welcomes the possibilities of many negative actions that are commonly adopted by Muslim youths. Such a scenario is very much worrying, should the teachings of Islam be not introduced to children at an early age. One wrong step would certainly stereotype all Muslims to be prone to negative actions such as terrorism. Shuaib doesn't want such things to tie down the Muslim community in Holland. The teachings of Islam as well as worldly knowledge must be hand in hand. This allows for the role as a Khalifa in this world to promote good amongst one another. This is an observation of the world's population. Muslims in Europe face many challenges. However, they still believe in Kalima, the One.
A school for Muslims. Well, I think it's a need for some people in the Muslim community who is not who wants to practice fully the Islam, so wants to pray on school and want to have Islam lessons on school. So I think it's a need for those people. I think that I'm doing that in a good way. So I don't only talk with Muslims, or I don't not only talk with non-Muslims, but I have friends of both sides, and I have very good contact with them also.
I was on a Christian school before I came here, and they were kind of racist. There was a lot of racism on the school, and they were like, "You're funny, you don't drink alcohol, and you're Muslim," and they laugh at stuff. And then I came here, and I got accepted here. They're all Muslims, so we had I live in a village. They have a lot of Dutch people who are not Muslim, so it's pretty rare for them to see a Muslim or someone who's kind of black or who has a color. This is a good school. We get a lot of if you want to get their subjects to the Turkish people, who get the Turkish subject, and you can also have the Arabic subject, and you learn to read Quran and talk Arabic. And the Islamic subjects are you get a book, and you get to know about the Jewish people too and the Christian people too. So it's not only about Islam; it's also about the other religions.
Syahadah, satu lafaz berbeza resam.
A story on Islamic education would not be complete without highlighting the Milli Gurus organization, an organization that hails from Turkey and is very active in the development of Islamic education all over Europe. The Schiedam Muslim Center, which is based on the Milli Gurus organization, is situated in Schiedam, Rotterdam. It was built in 2006 and has since then operated as a center that helps and educates Muslims who have been newly converted. Here, they can learn Arabic, the Quran, Sirah, Tariq or Muslim history, Tawhid or Aqidah, as well as Fiqh and Turkic. The knowledge of such subjects are essential. This enables Dutch Muslims to better understand the teachings of Islam, which covers all aspects of life. Still, as human beings, one often overlooks the importance of knowledge in the teachings of Islam wherever they may be.
The main function of this mosque is the education. We have about 380 students here. And the main thing is that we are giving them the education, the Islamic education they need, near the school, the official education they are getting in the school. We have 4 days we are giving education, but not 4 days for a specific student. A specific student is getting 3 days in a week lesson here. And it's mainly in the evening on the working days, and in the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we are giving from the morning until the evening.
Clearly, knowledge is one commodity that will never cease, but only grow, unlike money and wealth that will one day fade. This is a role played by Zakaria Buddha, chairman of the Schiedam Muslim Center, who often gives talks and lectures at the main hall of the facility. The sharing of knowledge in such gatherings not only welcomes blessings from Allah, but also shines a brighter light upon the Muslim community in Holland. A similar sight can be seen from outside the Iskender Pasar Cultural Center. The center is specifically a dorm for Muslim children of Turkish descent. Here, they carry out various activities together. The dorm or hostel is complete with many facilities such as comfortable study halls. Students that live here have access to all its facilities at a minimum rate. The children go to different schools and are encouraged to study together once they return to the center.
This is one of the two sleep rooms. One sleep room we have 28 beds for the boys. They sleep here and they study in the classes behind us. They come at 5 o'clock from the school to our hostel. They eat, they do their own things, and they prepare therefore the study hour, 2 hours. They study all them homework, and they come back to sleep here in this room.
Yeah. Bunu hep size yapıyordunuz. Zal derler.
For children aged between 4 and 6 years, special classes that focus on early education are provided.
Kimsenin üzülmesini istemediği için çok.
The strong bond of brotherhood and the desire to better oneself is obvious, as displayed through the many activities carried out by the Turkish Muslim community in Rotterdam. Mufid and his mother, Sri Rama Devi, as well as Abdirahman and his daughter Aisha, each have their own visions. The same goes for Salma, as well as Malik and Muhammad, who have their hearts in the right place through their desire and acceptance for Islamic studies that push for the importance of gaining knowledge. This is followed by the Muslims of Turkish descent, who are the largest community in Holland, dating back to its very first Turkish settlers since the 50s and 60s.
Je mag wel protesteren, maar het is niet zo dat je...
Noor Islam shines bright like full-bloom tulips, decorating the land with its beautiful colors, a symbol of the spirit of Islam that is ever thirsty for knowledge. The reality of life is for a moment, but the afterlife is forever. A Dutch woman converted to Islam and became a volunteer, which proves that Islam is a universal religion. The next episode is Heroine Amongst the Tulips.